What we're going to do is solve equations of rationals. We're going to be looking at a little bit more difficult ones. We're going to be looking at ones with 2 terms and 3 terms. So if you remember the ones with 2 terms, what we're going to be doing is we're going to cross multiply. We're going to take the 3x minus 2 and the 6x minus 5. Then we're going to multiply the 9x plus 1 and the 2x minus 5. Because these are binomials, we're going to FOIL them. First ones are 18x squared. Then what we have is negative 15x, negative 12x, and we have 10. On the other side, when we FOIL it, our first term is 18x squared. Our second term is negative 45x. Our third term is 2x. And our last term is negative 5. Now, right off the bat, we see that we have 2 terms that we could cancel. We have 18x squared on both sides. I'm going to combine the like terms. So I have negative 27x plus 10. On the other side, I have negative 43x minus 5. I'm going to add 43 on both sides. This gets the x's on one side. So I have 16x plus 10 equals negative 5. I subtract by 10, and I get 16x equals negative 15. I'm going to divide it by 16, and my answer is x equals negative 15 over 16. So that right there is 2 terms. Now I'm going to be looking at 3 terms. I see a trinomial for my first term, so I'm going to factor it. 2 numbers that multiply together give me negative 15. Add up to negative 2 would be negative 5 and 3. So this would be x minus 5 and x plus 3. So my common denominator, I have an x minus 5. I have an x plus 3. So the common denominator is x minus 5 and x plus 3. I'm going to multiply that by each of the terms. When I do that, for the first term, the x minus 5s and the x plus 3s cancel, so I bring down the 56. For the second one, the x plus 3s cancel, so I'm going to multiply the negative 6 by x minus 5. And then for my last term, the x minus 5s cancel, so I'm going to multiply the 7 by the x plus 3. I distribute the negative 6 to each of the terms. I'm going to combine the like terms. So I have negative 6x plus 86 is equal to 7x plus 21. I'm going to add each side by 6x. I get 86 is equal to 13x plus 21. If I subtract the 21, I get 64 is equal to 13. Sorry, 65. I divide it by 13. And x is equal to 5. Now, before I box it, what I want to do is point something out. We've talked a lot about excluded values, and if you look right here, we have 2 excluded values. We have an excluded value of -3, and we have an excluded value of 5. Notice that our excluded value and our answer are the same. So if it's an excluded value, it can't work. So that means 5 is not going to work. So our answer is no solution. Let's look at letter C. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to factor. We're looking for two numbers that multiply together, give us 2, add up to -3. That would be -2 and -1. If we look over here, they both have a 3 in common, and that would be an x minus 1. Now, our common denominator is going to be a little bit more difficult because we have an x minus 2, we have an x minus 1, we also have a 3 there. So we have a 3 x minus 2, x minus 1. We have a 3 x minus 2 and x minus 1. And we have a 3 x minus 2 and x minus 1. For the first term, we cancel the x minus 2's, the x minus 1's. 3 times 5 gives us 15. For the second term, the x minus 2's cancel. 3 times 1 is 3, and then we have the x minus 1. And for the last one, the 3's cancel, the x minus 1's cancel. So what we have is x plus 6 and the x minus 2. What we're going to do is we're going to simplify this. So we have 15 minus 3x plus 3 equals, we're going to FOIL this, x squared minus 2x plus 6x minus 12. Now, what we notice is that we have a quadratic. So whenever we're solving quadratics, we want to set it equal to 0. Before I do that, I'm going to simplify each side. So I have like terms, 18 minus 3x. I have plus 4x minus 12. I'm going to subtract 18 and add 3x on both sides. That sets it equal to 0. And I'm looking for two numbers that multiply together, give me -30, add up to 7. That would be 10 and -3. So I have x plus 10 and x minus 3. So my two numbers are -10 and 3. If I look at the excluded values, they would be 2 and 1. So that means both of these answers are going to work.